So you've completed your estate plan. In fact, you did it 5 years ago. Congratulations. You never have to touch it again, right? Not exactly. The thing with estate plans is they're a reflection of your life and your legacy, and life changes, right? New people come in your life, people leave your life, you have new assets, circumstances change. We need to take a look at our estate plan and make sure it's updated. Now, we don't have to do this every year. If you are aware of a major change that has happened in the previous year, when you start doing your New Year's resolutions, your budgets, your plans for the year, it's a good time to make those changes to the estate plan. But what I'm talking about is a major review that you can do on your own every 5 years. My name is Gregory Singleton. I'm an attorney with Signature Law. We're here to talk estate planning. So let's jump into it. The top 10 things to focus on when doing your 5-year review of your estate plan. Family changes. The big one. Let's get the lay of the land out there right away. Are there any additions to your family? Did anyone die? Are there any potential children that there wasn't potential for previously? If someone died, you might need to update your deed if you have a joint ownership with them, by doing an affidavit of identity and survivorship. Has there been other changes to your family, such as marriage, divorce, people turning 18 or people turning 21? Does somebody develop a disability where they need to have special needs planning? Asset changes. What if your assets have changed? Do you have a new boat? Did you move and have a new house? Did you buy other property? Do you have a new bank or financial institution or investment account? What if the amount of your assets have dramatically changed, increased or decreased? What if you have a new job, which has a substantial increase in the amount of potential assets you're going to receive? What if become aware of a potential asset, such as an inheritance that you might want to protect using a trust? What if you are getting close to a taxable estate? Verifying fiduciaries. Now, when I say fiduciaries, of course it means a fiduciary is someone that has to act on your behalf, even if it's against their own best interest. But what I'm talking about is anyone involved in your estate plan. Now, the common fiduciaries that we're going to look at, of course, are going to be the personal representatives, trustees, attorney-in-fact, healthcare directives, and guardians of minor children, both temporary and permanent. But there's others you should be looking at too that may not seem that important, but when it comes down to it, it becomes very important, such as pet guardians, such as the people going to be involved in your funeral, such as who do you need to notify for your healthcare directive, in your healthcare directive, if you become incapacitated. Who do you want to visit you in the hospital? Who do you not want you to visit you in the hospital? Not only are we going to look at who these people are, but also are there changes in circumstances. For instance, did someone get married or divorced? If you appointed a co-guardian of your minor children, and which is a married couple, for instance, and they get divorced, make sure that whomever you want to have the child is going to be the guardian, because they aren't going to both get it. Well, I can't imagine a court would do that. Has anyone been incarcerated? That's a odd one, but it's important. And of course, has anyone died? Now, if someone's died, you may not actually need to update your estate plan. Remember, it'll say something along the lines of, I elect Bob Smith as my personal representative. But if he's unable or unwilling to do it, then give it to Sue Smith. And if Bob Smith is dead, he's certainly unable, and we don't know if he's unwilling. It doesn't matter. He's unable to do the job. Fiduciary notification. It's a great time to check in with your fiduciaries and make sure that they want to do the job that you've asked them to do and they've presumably agreed to do. Make sure that all fiduciaries are going to be, or anyone involved in your estate plan is on notice of what you want them to do. Do they know where to find your estate planning documents? That's a big one. Also, the healthcare directive. Now, unlike all the other documents, this is the document that we spread to the four winds and make sure that all our agents have copies of and that people can get a hold of. Have you uploaded it onto MyChart or whatever system that your hospital facility has? Have you distributed copies to your fiduciaries? Do you have a copy in your car? Do you have a copy wherever you may think it may be needed? Specific gifts. Are there gifts that you've given out in your previous will or trust that are no longer in your possession? You might want to update that. You may need to compensate for that by giving a different gift to the person that was going to receive the now lapsed gift. Do you need to update your devisees or beneficiaries? Remember that the devisee is someone who receives something in a will, and a beneficiary is someone who receives something in a trust. Do you need to just make gift changes in the amounts, the item, etc.? Tangible personal property list. This one you definitely want to look at. You want to look at to see if you have any new assets that you want to give away specifically, such as new jewelry, new art, new heirlooms, pets, if you don't have another designation in your will or your trust. Have any of the gifts that you've previously given out lapsed that are no longer in possession? Do you want to replace those with a different gift, or just make sure it's not there so that people don't fight? And you need to update your beneficiaries and devisees, of course. Residual gifts. Do you need to update the beneficiaries and devisees of the people who are getting everything else after you've given away the specific gifts? What if somebody that you're giving a gift to now has children? Make sure in your will or your trust that when you gave it to them, you gave it as a right of representation per stirpes, so that it will go to their children if that's what you want to happen. Do you need to make other adjustments? What if there is no longer a specific gift has lapsed that you previously gave out? Maybe you want to increase the residual gift just to compensate for that. What if you gave a loan to someone, or you gave a gift while you were alive, an inter vivos gift to someone? Do you want to adjust for that in your estate plan, in the residue, and change the percentages? You might want to do this in specific gifts as well, but the residue is a great place for that. Beneficiary designations, turning non-probate assets or probate assets into non-probate assets. Do you have any old accounts? Make sure that the beneficiaries are what you want them to be. Make sure it comports with your existing plan. Make sure that there's any changes in the percentages that you're giving out in your beneficiary designations it matches what you're trying to do now. Do you have any new financial advisory or financial accounts, investment accounts, assets such as cars, houses, whatever? Do you have the beneficiaries updated on all those estates or all those assets? And furthermore, does what you've done with your beneficiaries still comport with your estate plan? Ancillary document update. First, let's look at your people lists. Do you have a fiduciary list, a list of all your fiduciaries that are in your estate plan, an interested party list, people that don't have a role in your estate plan but might be receiving something and be an interested party when it comes to probate your estate or administer your trust? Do you have an advisor list of who your financial advisor is and your accountant is and your bookkeeper is? Do you need to update any of this or any of their contact information? Remember, when you die, your successor trustee or your personal representative is going to have to track down all these people. So giving them their contact information is a huge gift to them. After that, we're going to look at financial information. Digital asset list. That's one you should be looking at every year, if not more often. Make sure that at the very least, your email is listed with your estate plan and the password. Very, very important. Also, update your debt list and your account list. Make sure that so we know where your assets are and your liabilities are. Financial statements and documents. Make sure that you have a copy. It doesn't have to be every single month, but a copy of a financial document in your estate plan binder. It could be your financial statements, an insurance statement, contracts such as contracts for deeds. Make sure that there is an updated statement with the updated account number and updated balance, so we have a general idea of what's in your estate if you die. Finally, attorney review. Probably should do this either if you find a lot of changes in your 5-year review, or at least every 10 years, have an attorney take a look at it. It's a second set of eyes on things that are aware of the changes in laws and that can verify that things comport with what your wishes are. So that is the top 10 things you should be looking at when you're doing your 5-year estate plan and review. I hope you liked today's video. If you did like today's video, please feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps support the channel. We do new videos every other Wednesday. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or just send me an email. Otherwise, until next time, this is Gregory Singleton with Signature Law.